Hey, this is Pip. So I'm just going to run through the blog post I recently wrote about optimizing images for the web. There's going to be some free resources in here, and this will help you with your SEO. So once we're done, this will help you optimize your images for a quicker speed on your site. So preparing images before you put them on your website. So we're going to go over how you optimize for the web, how you optimize images for the web, the problem on unoptimized images and what that does. I'm going to talk about the solution and the benefits, and then talk about some resources down here. There's also a slideshare I wanted to go through. So we could just jump to the slideshare here. So optimizing images for the web. Optimizing images for the web. We're just going to go through all the things that are great about doing this for your website. So we're going to talk about the problem, as I said, the solution and the benefits. We're going to talk about file sizes and formats of images, and tools and resources that will help you optimize your images for your website. So let's get right into it. The problem is that when you upload a photo directly or a large image onto your website and you don't pay attention to the sizes over time, it's going to really slow down your website. And so a great way to manage this right off the bat is to resize your images. Now, when I talk about resizing your images, I'm talking about the dimensions, and I'm talking about the girth or the weight of the photo as well. So we do know that when people go to your website, and you know that when people go to your website and they're looking on their phone or they're searching on their computer, if it takes more than 10 seconds, probably even 5 at this point, people are going to bounce out of your site. So when that happens, you get deranked by Google, you get deranked by people. People don't see your information, your awesome content. So one of the things we can do is we can optimize our images. And we optimize them by making them web friendly. So that means kind of sizing them down, and that doesn't take away from the quality. So the solutions and the benefits are your website loads faster, Google likes your site, people like your site, they stay, they read your content, which increases your value online, and it's kind of the circular effect. This circular effect helps you, show up higher in the search engine. So it's a little bit about SEO here, one of the steps we do with our images online. So the file sizes and formats that we deal with generally when dealing with our websites are JPEGs and PNGs. PNGs, they have a background of, they're translucent. So that's how you can generally tell the difference. I generally tell people use JPEGs for your website, and the dimensions that we're going to be talking about, okay, so we're gonna talk about JPEGs and PNGs, and they're the best format for online. JPEGs usually are smaller than PNGs, so that's why I recommend using those. And you can see even in this blog post that the images don't look that different. The 3 at the top, they are all different kilobyte sizes, right? I think one is 120, one is something else, and one is bigger. So what we also want to talk about here is the girth of a photo. The girth is like the heaviness, right? So dimensions are the width and the height. The girth is the weight, right? So the file weight is usually done in kilobytes or megabytes. Megabyte is bigger than a kilobyte. Yes. So we're looking at having a file size between 80 and 100 kilobytes. Some people say you can go up to 120, but I wouldn't go much higher than that. And so the reason we talk about the weight of an image is because that is in fact what is going to slow down or speed up your website, especially over time. So when you take a photo on your phone and you want to upload it to Facebook, basically when you want to upload it to your website, you're looking at getting an image that's huge. So basically what you want to do is take that image, upload it to your website, use a image optimizer or an image modifying software modify that image, download it, and upload it to your website. I know it's like 2 more steps, but those 2 more steps will benefit you in the future. So the way you can do this for free is you can use software like Image Optimizer. Image Optimizer is pretty great to use. It's easy and effective. If you go onto the blog post I've written here on the link below, you can get right to Optimizer and try it yourself. For WordPress people, if you don't want to use a photo imaging editor, then, try Smush It. It's a WordPress plugin that's pretty good. I've listed in the blog post 10 best plugins. That's a blog post. It's not mine. I haven't tried them, but it was a pretty interesting article, and it'll give you some more options for the best plugins for smooshing your images. I use Adobe Photoshop. It's about $20 a month to use, and it is awesome. Super easy, fast. But a lot of people get overwhelmed when they first open Photoshop, which I did, so I understand not using it. Just know that when you use like Canva and things like this, they don't actually tell you the girth or the weight of your image, so you don't know. Great to upload to Facebook because you don't have to care, but on your own website, it's pretty important to pay attention to. Other free tools or software to use would be GIMP. This is open source. You can download it yourself. It's popular. Some people say it's just like Photoshop. I had a really hard time using it, but I used it before I even tried Photoshop or Pixlr. I used Pixlr before I tried Photoshop. I'm actually in the SlideShare on the blog post. I have a list of Pixlr videos on my YouTube channel, or just go over to the Pixlr videos on YouTube. And you can watch those, and those will help you learn how to use Pixlr if you need a free photo editing tool. So yeah. Okay, and Pixlr, honestly, I think it's a lot like Photoshop, and it was a great resource and a great find for me. It really helped me along my path. The additional resources for optimizing web images that I wanted to share today are, I have a stock resource post, a blog post. Now, this shows you some pictures, and it's a full blog post. On top of this, I have a free image resource list from this blog post. I've taken all the resources, made them into a list, a clickable list. You can just click on it, and I saved it as a bookmark. And that way I can just look for images from 75, 80 sites right away just by opening my bookmark bar. Anyway, yes. And then there's, for optimizing web images, there's another blog post from somebody else that goes into detail, which if I haven't explained it here, they'll explain it there. I think it shows you some videos on how to use GIMP or Image Optimizer. So that's what I wanted to talk about today. So we went over preparing your images and why and how, the problem, the solution, images, file size, and picture formats, optimizing images for the web, and the tools we use. So if you have any questions or would like to, go over this or have any input, I would love your commentary, and love to hear what you think. And I hope these resources can help you. Okay, thanks.